Sunday, so I'd like to welcome you all along. Now, Sunday here, for some of you guys though, I imagine it's late Saturday. I know some viewers tune in from over there, so just give a shout out on the chat so I know everything is working okay. Let me know that you're all here. We've got a few comments already. Blue Mountain Ants, welcome along. Andrew Hubry, and also Affinitus, welcome along. It's great to have you all here, so I hope you're having a great day so far, enjoying your weekend. We're going to have a little bit of a chat about the ants and see how they're all going. All right, just let me know there in the chat that it's all working okay and I've got yous all. That'd be fantastic. Who have we got here this morning? Can we all hear it okay? Just let me know. G'day Mark, nice to have you mate from the US. Congratulations mate on your win too. Very good, excellent. Okay, yep. We've got a bit coming along. Let me change this microphone position. Is that a little bit better? A bit louder now? Welcome along Matt Partridge, Blue Mountain Ants, hello, excellent. Andrew, nice to have evening in the Midwest, USA, of course, yep, excellent. Of course, it's going to be, yeah, for some of you guys, it's going to be very late at night or early in the evening, depending where you are. It's just gone 10 a.m. here, obviously in Australia on Sunday morning. Bit of a cold day here today. I'm shooting out in the garage and it's only like 11 degrees. No, hang on, 15 degrees at the moment, actually. It's got a little bit warmer, which is nice. It's fantastic to have you all along. We've got a few of the colonies to have a look at this morning, an opportunity to showcase a few of those colonies, show you a few different things. And yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask, get along, and yeah, I'll do my best to answer them all. How are you all going? Where have we got people from today? Blue Mountain Ants, love the Blue Mountains. How are the mice? Yeah, good question. We've had one here, only one in the house that we've seen. It ran out into the garage and I haven't seen it since. At my work, we've so far killed about 40 odd, yeah, mice. They're a bit of a plague proportions, but a bit further out in the west, which is very different. G'day Matt the Ant, how you going? Good to see you. Oh snap, how are you mate? Creepy Gallery, excellent. We've got some good people on here, some loyal fans, excellent. The Ant's got the one in your garage. Yeah, they might have, Matt, actually. That would have kept them going for a while. A lot of protein. Fantastic. All right, well, to begin with, I'm just going to show you guys my golden tail sugar ants, the Punctatoventris eniophilicis colony that I've got going. And as you know, that's where the logo comes from this one. So this is the first queen I ever got, and they're going really well. So let me just slide this one out of the way. This is Queen Abigail. Let's have a little look inside. Hope I got this up. I got me thongs in the picture again. This is terrible, isn't it? Let me just pop that up a bit easier for you guys so we can have a look. And this is their colony. Camera seems to have fallen over time a little bit. There we go. I'll just correct that a little bit for you guys. Now, it's probably going to be a little bit hard to see their colour in this particular light. I'll go down closer and we'll have a bit more of a look at them. Go, and we'll just zoom in a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you can see a little bit of that golden tail there just in that light. Just garage all closed up, but I've got a bit of a light going on here so we can see them a little bit. All right, City Ants, welcome along, mate. Good to have you. Yeah, Matt, got to have your shorts and thongs, mate. It's this is Australia. We don't get cold here. Colony is going really well. Boy, I don't even know how many workers we've got here, but there's plenty of brood. Got a huge pile obviously over here in the hand corner, which is great. Yeah, big pile here of workers. A little bit fuzzy this stream, isn't it? And then we've got, yeah, lots of pile of brood down here as well. We'll see, you can see Abigail, Queen Abigail, she's down there in the right hand corner, just over here. What I might do, I wonder if I can just try and get the try and get a little bit clearer. I think it's the old internet. Always something wrong with the internet, eh? Let me see what I can do. It looks okay on my camera. Is it all right on your screens? All right. G'day, fishy boy. Welcome along. Welcome to the stream. Got 12 people watching so far, which is nice, and hopefully we can get a few more to join us. So this colony, there's a couple of different styles of workers in here. So you have the soldier class, so the majors, and then you have the workers. Now there is medium workers, but not many. It's generally just your standard worker, and then you've got your majors. But it's a nice picture of the Camponotus. Really like that. This is, yeah, that's right, Matt the ant. This is one of the Oz ants' nests, probably one of their slightly older ones. Doesn't have quite like the new stuff. Needs a little bit of a clean out. Those sponges are a little bit manky, as you can see. But hey, what am I going to do? You can't really do much about that when they're in the nest like this. You've got a bit of yuckiness on this one over here on the right hand side, which is a little bit nasty. Yeah, but hey, it's what you get in the big city. Yeah, really healthy colony though, very happy with these guys. So I wanted to show you them just straight off so you could have a look at those guys and how they're going. Plan to do an update on these as well. I've got plenty of updates to do. There's so many different videos to make and never enough time. Okay, just have a quick look at the comments and see how we're going along there. Aussie Ant Keeping, welcome along, mate. Good to have you here. And Harendra 218. G'day, how you going? Nice to have you along as well. Excellent. So we've probably got quite a few Aussies here. Is anyone else from overseas that we've got joining the stream at the moment? I know we've got Mark Lehman there from the USA, which is great. Really good to have you on here, mate. One of the winners from the 2000 special. Really good. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of the meat ants. That was a request. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the meat ants this morning as well. And we're going to have a look at a few different things. Is there anything else in particular that you guys want to see of my colonies? I'm going to run through just a few different bits and pieces and what's to come on the channel as well. So yeah, we'll work our way through that. How are your Nigroceps bull ant queen going? Nigroceps bull ant queen died. She died. Very sad about that one. It happens from time to time, and yeah, we've had a bit of a heat wave came through just before COVID started, and it killed quite a few ants, unfortunately. What I'll do is I'm just going to poke this up so we can have a little bit of a look into the Outworld as well, because that's always fun. Hang on. So here we go. How is the technology? Into the Outworld they are. I love this Outworld. I don't know. It's not awesome, but it's just in a Sistema container, nice and cheap. So if you are looking for Outworlds, quite often if you need a big Outworld, it costs a lot of money to buy. So this is always a good option for you. It's a Sistema container like this, that's a particular brand. You can get any sort of plastic container and make whatever you want in the nest, and that's great. Yeah. Where did you get that nest from? Logan. Welcome, Logan. Welcome, Ellen Ants as well. Yeah, Logan, I got the nest from Oz Ants. So it was an Oz Ants nest, and I got it from Ant Keeping Depot here in Australia as well. So yeah, it's really nice. Footage is Google. Footage is Google. Footage is good. It is coming through a little bit clearer now, which is nice. So yeah, this Outworld, I've got a sugar water feeder, which is this particular one here, and then over in the back here, I've got the water feeder. So as you can see there, it needs a bit of water in there, doesn't it? So we'll top that one up as well. So these guys have got a bit of fluon around the top, which keeps them in. They're kind of used to being in here, so they don't move around too much. I've just got a couple of little fake plants as well, and a few twigs and rocks and bits and pieces. Bit of coal from the old Hunter Valley here, which is renowned for their coal mining. Yeah, so pretty good. Now, let's have a look here. Yeah, I find the Tupperware containers, they're just a cheap option. I love the Outworlds that many people make, many companies make. They're beautiful. I've got the Oz Ants Outworld, and then I had the High-Tech Ants Outworld as well, and they're fantastic. They're really nice. But the size is just one thing. If you want to buy a big one, they're very expensive. So these Tupperware containers like this are great. Otherwise, I use things like fish tanks or reptile tanks. You can pick up pretty cheap because people are getting rid of them. You can generally pick up one for a decent sort of price. Okay, alrighty. So there's the Outworld. They're foraging around. Let's go back down here and just have a look back in the nest for a second. Now you can see there, you might think that they perhaps need to have a bit of an upgrade in their nest, but my experience with this particular species, and perhaps, is that they like it nice and cramped. Yeah. So I'm going to keep them in here for a little while, especially when it's coming into winter, so they will slow down quite a bit. Ants don't really hibernate here in Australia, they just slow down. We don't, well, around here, never seen snow around here at all. Might get some from the ACT viewers, they get a bit of snow around there, beautiful ski fields. Okay, have you ever been stung by your meat ants? Definitely not. Yeah, meat ants don't sting. No sting at all, it's just their bite. So they can spray some acid, I believe. Yeah, for a few little internet issues at the moment. Sorry guys, we're just having a bit of internet issues at the moment. Not quite sure what's happening there. We got yours back? I think we got yours back now. Okay. Not sure what happened there. It dropped out for a second. So yes, liquid feeder like this, I will take them out. I will give them a wash under some nice hot water. I don't use any chemicals at all. I don't use any soapy water or anything like that, although I do believe you can, but I just try and keep away from that as much as possible. I get in there with a pick and scrape out all the little bits and pieces and grime that may get on them. And yeah, go from there. Okay. Snows in the mountains, yeah, tackle mass, yep, that's it. Fantastic. Okay, so what we might do is we might just have a little look at the meat ants, now that we've been talking about that a little bit. And I gave them a cricket this morning, so we might just see if we can have a little look at that. Try not to get my thongs in the picture again, unless you guys really are keen on that. Alan's ants. Do you have any trapjaw ants? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I do actually have a queen. I have a queen, and I'm just leaving her alone at the moment because I'm trying to get her to lay. So I'm just leaving her alone, just giving her some food as she needs it. Try not to do too much with that. It's always fun juggling everything when you're on a live stream. I need to have multiple cameras, I think. Let's move this one out of the way. Let's bring in the meat ants. Here we go. Okay, little meat ant colony. How cute are these guys? I'll try and zoom in on them, eh? A bit like that. Okay. Yeah, with the trapjaw ants, I'm definitely not going to reveal her on the live stream. I will make a video on her, but again, I'm just trying to keep them to themselves. I don't want any disturbing going on. Yeah, gonna try and get them to produce some eggs, because I've always wanted a trapjaw ant. I've finally got one, but now's the scary part of trying to get her to lay. Try and keep her a bit warm through winter too, which is always going to be a bit of a challenge. But I do have a heat mat here. I haven't really typically heated any of my ants. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop this down a little bit. I want to show you in the Outworld, because they're having a feast. Prop this one up. Here we go. Gave them a little cricket this morning, killed it. Don't want any live feeding, do we, guys? Yeah, and so they're having a bit of a munch in the Outworld as well. So there's only a few, there's 13 or 14 workers here. I did an update on these guys fairly recently, I mean. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, just check that one out. A lot more detail and better footage as well. Okay, this is a tiny little Oz Ants acrylic nest, a very old one, but I love it. It's great for a little founding colony, and these meat ants absolutely love it. So yeah, these guys are really good. Welcome, Ollie FS. Yeah, I'm in Maitland, New South Wales. If you don't know where that is, you know where Newcastle is. Newcastle, New South Wales, right on the ocean. Got some beautiful beaches there. Just about 30 minutes inland from there. Town of Maitland. It's about, I don't know, 70, 80,000 people. Yeah, gateway to the Hunter Valley. We've got all the beautiful vineyards out this way as well. Okay, so yeah, these meat ants, they're doing really well. As we come into winter, I actually want to try and keep these guys going, and I'm probably going to bring them inside just to keep them nice and warm, because I want them to grow through winter, so I can. Welcome back, Mark. Yeah, sorry about that. A little bit of a glitch this morning. The old internet is a little bit of a drama around here. Maybe there's too much streaming going on. Maybe Mrs. Novo is streaming some TV this morning. So what any of you guys keep meat ants out there? Oh yep, Blue Mountain Ants. You've got a colony with 2 workers. Yeah, I've been trying to get one of these queens for quite some time, and I'm really happy that I finally got hold of one. It's just really nice to actually have one. Welcome, mostly Miss Mamicia. Great to have you with us this morning. Now I've got the service, there's stream coming up on one of my computers, and it's pretty fuzzy on there, so I hope it's all right for you guys. It looks okay on the camera, but anyway, not much I can do about it now. Gonna have to get a boost in the internet. Excellent. Right. Okay. Bought one a month, died, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame when a queen dies, especially if you've purchased one, but that's just one of those things that happens. There's not too much you can do about it. I've had plenty of queens die. Sometimes it's just part of the hobby. You just got to be a little bit patient. With them. So we're just going to have a look back down at the nest here again. Going to be up nice and close. Need to fit my macro lens. Let's just zoom out a little bit, eh? So you can see, there's the beautiful queen, Queen Opal. It's a little bit bouncy, sorry guys. Need to improve my live streams, don't I? Not too many people do the old live stream of the ants. Here we go. Okay. So yes, quite a big queen. If you don't know, these are fully claustral queens, so they will just need to be put in a test tube and left alone until they first workers come out. First workers being the nitics, and they come along. Meat ants are known to grow extremely fast with their workers and brood. Just into the hundreds of thousands they get their colonies, so that will be interesting to see how I go with that. They might just take over the whole ant room, and it might be the only colony I ever have. They might eat me out of house and home. So I want to keep them warm, as I said, through winter, just so I can see how they progress, get them some decent, good numbers, so then I'm confident that they'll survive. When you get around here at the sort of a dozen workers, I still get a little bit nervous. Plenty of brood here though, which is nice. So I will probably transfer them into another small acrylic nest if I can as well. Okay, how are we going on the old chat here? Any questions? Alan's ants. Finnegaster died with 80 workers, heaps of brood. Raided. Yeah, right, okay. Wow. Yeah, I've never had an ant raid happen actually, which is great. I keep this area pretty clean. Always a good idea. I wipe all the surfaces down with antibacterial wipes and keep it nice and clean. And I have them well contained in their outworlds, so there's nothing can really get in, but I don't really keep many small ants. But yeah, it's imperative to keeping it nice and clean. Now, I actually got something I'll show you guys, and it's a massive bull ant. This is the biggest one I have ever seen, and I reckon you will not get a bigger bull ant than this. Now, I got it from a friend. Excuse me. Do you want to see that? Do you want to see a massive bull ant? Now, it is actually, see the comments there, Mimisia brevinota. Well, this is not a Mimisia brevinota. This is a gigantor. And you're going to kill me for this. Sorry, guys. Take a look at that. Mimisia gullosa. Boom. What do you reckon? 3D printed. My mate printed this in his resin printer. Very accurate print, which is legendary. So I'm going to paint this one up. Get all nice. He made some adjustments to the image, which is really cool. So I'm going to paint it up. Gullosa, apparently, according to the file. Is it a queen or not? I think it might be a queen. What do you reckon? We've got some wing scales on the side there. How cool is that? I absolutely love it. I'll have to print that one up. That can be my little mascot here in the ant room. All right, we need action figures of ants in the hobby. One thing I was actually thinking of doing, and I don't know what you guys think, I was thinking of 3D printing these, painting them all up in exactly their colours, and putting them in a little display box. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that. Yeah, but I reckon it'd be pretty cool, especially some of the different species. I know I'd love a major Camponotus consobrinus. I'd love a major of that. I reckon it'd be pretty cool anyway. That's just me. All right, let's get more serious. Let's get back to some proper ants, eh? Now, one thing I just wanted to talk about was the, hang on, we'll just move back in here and we'll have a look at some other species of ants fairly soon too. See how they're going. Now, just briefly, I just wanted to talk about, the video that Ann Hollifer did, the live stream there. No, Ann Hollifer, was it? No, Aesthetic Ants. You guys help me out. Anyway, talking about live feeding. What do you guys think about live feeding? I know with some species here in Australia, especially Mimisia, you need to do live feeding. They need to hunt. So that's just something you have to do. Again, I don't like to make it cruel by any means. Make any of the feeder insects suffer too much, or the ants suffer as well. So try and keep that tame. Also, one thing I don't particularly keep here is exotic species. I don't have any exotic species. They're all natives to Australia. So I try and keep that that way because I don't want any invasive species here, and this is the climate for these particular ants, so try and keep that the same. Yeah, so most of you guys here from Australia, you'd understand that just live feeding bull ants is the way to go. Sometimes you have to. None of my other species I live feed. That would be about it. I have dropped a poor cricket into my sugar ants, banded sugar ant colony that wasn't quite dead, and I thought it was. But hey, anyway, so here we go. All right, welcome along. Welcome, Dark Assassin. Nice to have you here. Banded sugar ant queen with 3 workers. Love that species. They're beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to show you. See if we can do this. I want to show you my Punctatoventris Punctatoventris colony. So let me just get that one set up a little bit. They're pretty cool. Yep, they weren't a fan of that. Now, without showing my thongs, do you reckon we can do it, guys? Oh dear, oh dear. There you go, you get a little bit of a view around the ant room as we go around. KB Ants, welcome. 1:30 in the morning. I love your work, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate that. Okay, let's have a look. These are the guys we want to have a look at, because they're pretty cool. Oh, there we go. There we go. Glad I don't do live streaming job, eh? Awesome. If you guys haven't checked out KB Ants, check it out. We've got some great people in the ant keeping hobby. Very supportive community. How do you guys find it? I think it's fantastic. Okay, how's that coming through, guys? You see that all right? Now, these guys are fairly interesting. They're a little bit different. So this is Punctatoventris Punctatoventris. They're very similar to the where's my brain gone? Metallica. Very similar to the Metallica. These guys are massive. So basically these workers, we're used to the small size in the Metallica. These workers themselves, yeah, they're probably about the same size. Yeah, Alan's ants, pretty much spot on, mate. These are about the same size as a Camponotus consubrinus worker. Very, very big, which is great. They're a very, very funny species. Now, these guys, I haven't seen a queen in this colony. This colony was gifted to me. I haven't seen a queen. You can see perhaps in here is a drone. They've produced several drones. There was a lot of eggs, big clusters of eggs. They were holding them up. You'll probably see that in one of these videos. I've done a couple of videos on these guys. I do believe, yeah, they're a Gamagate species. That's what they say about the Metallica as well. So yes, we've got the male elates. We had probably, I think it was a bit warmer, they wanted to get going, so I let them go. But I have had the clusters of eggs, but not for some time. So it's really interesting just to see where they go. Ants Navajo, welcome. Great to have you. Don't think I've had you there before. That's fantastic, mate. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to assume you're from the USA as well. Got quite a few people from the USA here. Legendary. So yeah, very interesting species. This nest, they came in this nest and the nest was a little bit too big for them. So you can see a bit of grub up there in the top right hand corner, which is a shame. But there's not much I can do about that, so we'll just see how we go. Now I gave these guys a nice new Outworld, which you can see here, congregating on the outside. They were well and truly in need of a nice Outworld, so I've just upgraded them, given them this new, it's actually a reptile tank. Again, they can't climb, so yeah. See you later, Alan Zance. Thank you so much for joining me, mate. Really appreciate you having you here. Very supportive of the channel, and always good to have a chat with you, mate. So have a beautiful Sunday. So yes, reptile tank here. The last nest was very grubby, so they definitely needed a bit of an upgrade here. And this is good. So these Punctatoventris, these Punctatoventris species, cannot climb smooth surfaces. So I've got the, I'll just zoom up here a little bit. You've got the lid here. I can just take this lid off. I only just put it on the top like that. I'm not really that fussed about it. So yeah, go from there. All right, we'll just come back down here a little bit more so you can see them. Very gangly, lanky sort of species of ant as well. Okay. Ants Novo. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. Yeah, the ant room's getting there. It's taken over the garage. Mrs. Novo, not so impressed with that, but hey, got to keep the ants, guys. Got to keep up the footage for you guys and show you the life. Male elate is out of the nest. Yeah, no, they're always out there. They're running around in the outside all the time. Hole in the glass already in the reptile tank. No, it wasn't. I drilled the hole through that glass, and it took a while, Ollie. Yeah, make sure you get the right bit and take your time and be very safe if you're going to drill through glass. Elates can climb smooth surfaces. Oh snap, spot on, mate. They certainly do. They don't really try and get out though. I've had a couple out and about, and I just let them go. They can just fly away if they wish. It's totally up to them. I'm not too fussed. Okay. Matt the Ant recently purchased Huberia Brownie. Haven't heard of that one. Ah, very good. Hey. Destroyer, welcome. Thanks very much for joining us. Yeah, the glass Outworlds I really love. They're really nice. I'll just zoom back up to that. They're just nice and big and clear, and as I said, you can get a really nice Outworld without spending too much money. I've got another big whopping, I don't know, 2-foot tank, fish tank over there yet, which I picked up from a guy at work for free, which is beautiful, thank you. So I'm going to use that and upgrade and have a big colony running around in that as well. I do have some pretty cool things to come on the channel as well. A lot of video editing happening at the moment, so I'll let you know a little bit about that in a second. Okay, Ants Navajo, worried about any of the larger colonies getting larger? How far do you plan your nest setups? Well, the colony that I'm trying to get large is my Camponotus consubrinus colony, which the banded sugar ants, which I'll show you in a minute. There's something really cool and interesting which I'll be putting in a video that they're doing. But what I'm going to do is try and get that colony big, and I'll probably upgrade them into the large 2-foot tank perhaps, or I might keep that for a larger colony of ants, which, yeah, we'll see how we go. But I can continue just to add in more nests out of Waitong, so I'll carve my own Waitong nests. Yeah, so that's what I'm planning, Navajo, and we'll just see how we go with numbers. I've been doing this for sort of 3 years now. I've taken over a fair portion of the garage with all the colonies, so I do need to scale back a little bit. But hey, that's life. What type of bit do you use for the glass? Yeah, so a special glass drill piece. Yeah, the biggest one I've got is only 10 millimeters. They are pretty expensive, so I've only got a 10 millimeter drill bit, but that's enough so far for everything I've got here. They can all get through, so that's fine. Andrew Hubry, yes, I live in New South Wales. I live in Maitland, which is just near Newcastle, half an hour in from Newcastle. Matt the Ant, see you later, mate. Great to have you here. Really appreciate you joining us this morning. Awesome. Thanks, Cabby Ants, for the Outworld. Yeah, really love it. Dark Assassin, favourite species, Mimisia bull ants. Yeah, nice. My aunt's endgame on bull ants, always loved them as a kid. Yeah, bull ants are awesome. They're huge size, so nice. The only thing is there, you want to make sure you're very experienced in keeping them. They can get pretty nasty. Sting, painful reactions. Not that I can talk from experience, because I've never been stung by a bull ant, which is amazing. Very amazing. Okay, so Punctatoventris colony, going really well. I'm going to show you the Camponotus consubrinus colony as well. I reckon that's pretty cool. Mostly Myrmecia. Of course you'd say that. Myrmecia are the best. If you are not, if you haven't followed Mostly Myrmecia on Instagram, head over there and do it. Some fantastic photos, great species, great collection as well. Definitely head over and do that. Now, just get the camera set up a little bit. We'll get the nest set up actually, and we will show you the Camponotus consubrinus colony. Would you like to have a look at that? They are doing really well. Let's cover up these other poor guys. And as we look at them, I'm going to explain what's coming up on the channel. Okay, knock the lid off them. The amount of brood in here is insane. Take some lighting over. Where am I going to light from? Let's try there. Okay, everyone ready for another look at the anteroom? So here we go, we come across here. This is the colony I will show you guys, if I can get them on camera. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Bear with me people. Bit of juggling around, we'll get there. Okay. Put the microphone down there. I'm going to have to collapse my tripod, I think. And I might put it up on the desk. Might be a bit easier, I think. Bear with me people. So banded sugar ants, again, they're very similar to the golden tail sugar ants. They have a beautiful colouring or band at the top of their abdomen where they get their common name. Latin name Camponotus consubrinus. Now this is Queen Scarlet, her colony, coming up on, when did I catch her? November 2017. So yeah, this November, 4 years old she'll be, and there is no stopping her, so I'm really keen to see how she goes. How big we can get this colony. Sorry for the shaky footage guys, just trying to get this set up a bit better for you, so we can have a look here. Hey, much better. Oops, knock my microphone off. Come on, microphone. Amateur hour here on the live stream. All right, we'll just get a bit more lighting. Boom. How are we looking? Beautiful. What I might do is I'll just move this back a little bit. Tilt that up a bit. Okay. Got to get this set up a little bit better for you guys. How's that look? Here we go. Okay. This is my pride and joy colony. When I was at school, let me just take a seat. Okay. Ian's California, welcome along. Great to have you here. Now, I'll just grab up, just get back up here. This is the best. Oh dear. Andrew started ant keeping 2020, middle of spring. Yeah, how do you find it, mate? You enjoying it? Ant keeping? Fantastic hobby. I really love it. I didn't even think it was a hobby until I stumbled across a few bits and pieces and always wanted to keep them, but just never knew how. Yeah. Okay. United, welcome along as well. Do you, if you can, add more queen ants to the polygynous species with workers? I generally don't. I just keep single queens. I'm just happy to see how that goes. Yeah, not too fussed about that. You can definitely add queens or have multiple queens. Some will kill each other though, so you do need to be really careful. Demo ant, welcome along. Largest, yeah, ants Navajo, largest colony, Camponotus. About to add a modular DIY nest as well. Yeah, 3 years old, reach 1,000 this year. Wow, fantastic. That's a big colony. Excellent. Yeah, these guys here are probably at around about 400 or 500 workers now. Getting there, but I don't do anything special. I don't heat them or anything like that. I'll probably stunt their growth a little bit with protein, just not giving them heaps, but I've started to up the protein. And you can see there all the piles and piles of brood that we have there as well. Where could I buy a Memesia Queen, Dark Assassin? Yeah, there's quite a few different types actually. Places you could get them. You can try them on different forums. Otherwise, you can go to websites. You've got Ant Keeping Depot, Ant Shop Oz, Queen of Ants. I haven't dealt with Queen of Ants or anything before, but I'm hearing pretty good things about that. So there's definitely a few people like that. Otherwise, you can just ask around if anybody's got them for sale as well. Okay. One other thing is, if you're going to buy a queen, just make sure you get it from a reputable seller as well, because sometimes you can buy queens and maybe it's not a queen. I know one of my friends bought some before and yeah, they weren't queens. They were obviously a semi-claustral species. He didn't know any better himself when he bought it, and he thought he got a queen, but he didn't. And that was, yeah, really quite sad. There you go, creepy gallery. Yeah, Queen of Ants are good, so that's nice, yeah. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on this brood so you can have a good look. Did we see the queen? Where is she? There she is. She's up the top. There she is. There's Queen Scarlet. Look at those massive soldiers as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what we'll do is we'll just put it like that so it's nicely in the middle so you can see everything. What I'm going to do is just let you know what I've got coming up. So a little while ago, now this is, I haven't really mentioned this to anybody else. So yeah, a little while ago I went along with Hunter Valley Ants. If you haven't seen them, they've got a YouTube channel as well, only fairly new. I went along with them and I rescued a couple of colonies of bull ants. Now these bull ants were down to be destroyed by the landowners, so I went along and I helped save them. It was an experience, definitely an experience. So I've got a video on that, which I'm working on now. It's quite a lot of footage. I'm trying to condense it down so you don't have to watch the total time we were there. It was a day and a half to clear out one large nest, and there were up to 5 of us working at the time on clearing that nest out. So that involved picking up every single bull ant, every egg, all the brood, everything we could get, and digging it slowly and removing that nest. They were down to be petrol poured on the nest and lit up. So I don't condone digging up colonies of ants at all. I disagree with that. But in the case of them going to be destroyed anyway, well, I might as well just save them and give them a new home, move them on, or yeah, just keep them as a colony anyway. So it was good to be able to save that colony. So yeah, keen to show you guys that video. It's a bit of fun. Had a lot of joy doing that. Took a couple of days off work to do that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a question. around how it's done and how we do it. I was trained by Hunter Valley Ants on how to do it. Great people there, Matt and Lauren. So yeah, you'll see some of their videos, and yeah, I think you'd be really interested in how it goes. So I took along one of my mates as well, Cello, and we had a bit of fun. Okay, let's just have a look at the comments. How did you get the bull ant colony out of the ground? Yeah, Andrew, well, you will see. You will see. There's a technique to it. A technique so you don't get stung and end up in hospital. I did not get stung the whole day. Still haven't been stung by a bull ant. Maybe I'm just really scared of them. Ants alive. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Question, I'd love to know how other ant keepers deal with this. What are we dealing with, ants alive? Just let me know. What's the question there? And everyone else in the comments can help out as well. Got lots of experts here, so we can all help each other out. Yeah, creepy. It was a lot of fun. It was a big day. First day was got up at sunrise and yeah, left late in the afternoon and then had to come back the next day to finish it as well. When you have to swap a test tube for a founding colony, the queen and some workers and eggs, and the tube has run out of, let's say, water. Okay guys, let's throw it out to you guys. What do you guys do? You've got a queen and some workers in a test tube. The test tube's run out of water. What do you do? What are you going to do? Let me know, guys, in the comments. I know what to do, but I want to see what you guys recommend as well. Let's all help ants alive, because this is part of the community. We help each other out because we want to further ant keeping. It's an excellent hobby to have because you don't need to have much room. You can just have one colony, small colony on your desk, even Fidole, something really small. So yeah, anybody can do this hobby. It doesn't even matter if you're in an apartment building way up in the sky somewhere on the 100th floor, you can keep ants. Okay, KB Ants, there's the expert. KB Ants, spot on, yep. This is it. So, attach, here we go. See, you guys know exactly what yous are doing. Fantastic. So just follow along with that. Yep. So we've got KB Ants there. Attach another test tube with tape and expose the old one to light, and the new keep it dark. So that's basically it there. Yep. Blue Mountains, give them access to another and expose. Yep. Let the old tube dry out. Put light on the old tube. Attach another fresh tube. Yeah. You guys are all over it. Mostly Mesia. You do not let them die. Must look after your ants. Oh boy. Okay. So yes, so just to explain there again for ants alive, the best way to do it is just to get another test tube, have it all set up. Now when you set up, and I'm going to do a tutorial on this for ant keeping, but what you need to do is when you have a new test tube, fill it with some pure, I use bottled spring water. It's the best thing, it costs next to nothing. Fill up your test tube, depending on the size of the species, it depends on how far you fill up that test tube. Fill it up, make sure you've got cotton wool, wash your hands, make sure your hands are nice and clean so you're not introducing anything nasty. Put your cotton wool inside, poke it down so you set up a new test tube. Then put that one, butt it up against the old one, and you can tape it up a little bit, put a little bit of tape around it, or if you place it nice and close, depending on the species, put a bit of blue tack so they don't roll around. Expose the old one to light. Expose the old one to the light. Okay. And then what will happen is the queen and the workers will move, and you want to keep the new one in the dark. So make it nice and dark and secure there, and then they will transfer over. Now make sure you don't have harsh sunlight, don't want to heat up the colony and the old nest there. So just normal natural light. They will move. They don't like the light in their nesting space, so they will move. Sometimes it can happen in a matter of minutes, other times it can take a long time. So just be patient. Patience is needed for ant keeping. Okay, Ants alive. Yes, I've tried that. Found the experience. They stay in the existing tube even after a couple of days. That's fine. Just keep it longer. They will be okay because they're going to go over and they can get water in the other nest, in the other test tube. So they will be okay. Okay. Why should you use tap water? Look, you can. Many people use tap water. That's totally fine. Blue Mountain ants if you want. I just use bottled water because I know there's nothing in it. No nasty chemicals. Nothing has come down. Even filtered water still has some things in it. So I just go bottled water. I mean, you can pick up a 1.5 litre bottle of spring water for under $1 at Woolworths. So that's all I do. And I just keep that bottle on my table out here. And it lasts such a long time. Even for all of the colonies I have, it lasts a long time. Yeah, the old Queen. Andrew, yeah, good pickup there. Queen Scarlet is moving. She's right at the top there. She is a little bit over this exposure to light. And I'm going to show you what's happening in the Outworld. Now, this particular species, they generally come out in dusk, and dawn to forage, and through the night as well. So in the Outworld, in the middle of the day, they're generally not around. But at the moment, they're having a little bit of a move. Let's show you that. Come down here like this, and we'll do a bit of swiveling. Oh, let's zoom back out a bit. So the old Outworld here. I love this Outworld too. Again, another fish tank, plenty of room. There we go. What do we think? So yeah, quite a bit of activity happening out in the Outworld, which is really cool. Dark Assassin, thank you very much for joining us. Great to have you here. Nice to have some people along here on the live stream. We've got 20 odd people watching at the moment, which is really cool. Really appreciate it, guys. And I hope you're enjoying the live stream. I'll have to try and work on making this better, the old live streams. Yeah, a bit better quality, but it's nice just to hang out. Probably need to change the time of day as well, just to help out the people in the US and also over in England as well. I know it's very late for you, KBN, so I appreciate you staying. Okay. Gavin, nice to have you along, Gavin. Grout. No, this is just an old fish tank, again, that I've drilled out with a glass drill piece. And I've just put a layer of sand, nice clean sand in there. And I've just, yeah, dumped in some rocks and bits and pieces. You can see a bit of that fluon around the top. These guys are such good climbers, even over that fluon. So I've got the lid on here, nice and secure to keep them in. But I like this because it's got a nice bit of room for them to explore and to forage in, which I think is really important. Red cellophane, it is kind of, this is what I use to block out and shade the nest. So I'm just going to pop that back on the colony nest at the moment, because obviously the light is shining right on their nest. Use it as a bit of sunglasses. Yeah. Do you have any Mimisia forficata? I don't. I did have a queen, forficata queen, but she did die as well. So I had a bit of a die off there. I had 3 of my Mimisia Bolan queens die in the heat. Before I knew it, it was cooking in the garage. And now I moved them and put them inside in the air conditioning. But I do have a new colony, which I will not be showing you today. If you are a Patreon, you probably would have seen it. I'm not sure if any of my Patreons are on at the moment. You would have seen a little bit of a sneak peek picture of them, and there's a little video that's going to go up for them. Just a short little video to show them. But yeah, a video will be coming out on that soon as well. What I'm going to show you is something a little bit interesting with this banded sugar ant colony. Now, I tried to add on a little nest because they were just packing that custom nest that I made here. So it's a custom Waitong nest that I made. So I'll just come back down here and just show you that again. So there's the red film over the top. Now this is a custom nest. If you haven't seen some of the updates on this colony, you can go and have a look at them. So there it is, my own custom design, and took a bit of time. I had to scratch that all out of that Waitong block. If you want to know how to make these, I can make a video on how to make these as well. Okay, let's have a look here. Why are the workers going out of the nest in daytime? Yeah, I think they are because I've exposed the nest to this big bright light, just so you guys can see them properly. And I think they're a little bit disturbed by that. So they're going out. There's quite a few in the tubing out there as well, and they're out exploring. But that's nice. So yeah, I might make a little video on how to make a Waitong nest. You don't have to get too over the top with them. I know I'd make this one a little bit different next time. Now, as you can see down at the bottom here, this is what I was going to explain to you guys. Where do I get my raw blocks? Bunnings. Bunnings is really good. It's really cheap to get it. And it's only, I think, like $4 for a block. And I've still got left over after making this nest easy. So it takes a bit of time to carve it all out. I've got a bit of Perspex off eBay, and I just decided to blue tack it down rather than hot glue it. I've got a hot glue gun now, which I might use, but you need to be careful again. And I just got some non-toxic paint. Welcome along, David Hall. Great to have you. Excellent. Okay, so what I was going to say, down here, they were running out of room in this nest, so I decided to add a little acrylic nest on the end here because I was running out of time. Running out of time to make another Hebel nest or aerated concrete Waitong nest. So I added this little one on here. That's not Abigail, it's just a piece of cardboard over the top. But what I'm going to show you has been very interesting because this nest was absolutely packed full of workers and brood. When they're all in here, it's packed. So I wanted to give them a little bit more space to move into if needed. So I added this on. You'd never guess what they did. Okay, let's have a little look. Boom, look at that. I'll zoom in for you. It is packed full of their rubbish and the dead. The workers that have died, they have packed it full. Look at all these dead workers. Now this is over some time. This has not just happened quickly. This is over quite some time. But yeah, amazing. They've actually put some dead mealworms up the top here as well. And then what they've done is just stuffed it full of sand. Now they've carried that sand from the Outworld all the way through their nest and plugged this hole. And look at it, all the way to the nest. So they didn't want any more room. They're just using it as a trash chamber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that off. I'm going to clean it out, get rid of it all. I will start building a new Waitong nest, and I'll share that one with you guys and how to make them, since you guys are keen. But I'm just going to get it ready for spring and summer when these guys really boost up and all that brood comes out. Because if that brood all hatches and goes well, I'm going to have close to 1,000 workers, I reckon. So yeah, that was really cool. Very interesting. I think they might like that Waitong Hebel nest more than the acrylic, perhaps. Interesting. I did hydrate it, kept it hydrated for them just to make sure, because they do love that. But anyway, we'll see how they go. All right, so yeah, wanted to share that one with you guys as well. Now, I got a lot of feedback over the 2K special that I just had, and which is really good to find out what you guys want and what you want to see on the channel. Is there anything else you guys would like to see on the channel? As I said, I'll make the tutorial on making a Hebel or Waitong nest, but is there anything else that you guys really want to see? Mostly Memesia, what paint did you use? Yeah, I actually, let me just grab it. I used, again from Bunnings, they had a run out on the green paint. It's in the craft section. It's a Crafty Kids is the brand. It's water-based, non-toxic, quick drying. So washable paint. So obviously if you get a lot of water on it, it will probably run, but it's really good. I just know it's non-toxic at all, so that's really good. And I don't know, it's only a couple of dollars for this big tub. I'll just show you that quickly. Oh dear, a little bit close, crafty kids. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Good stuff. I've got some other nice paints there which I'll use as well over time. Let's see how we go. Okay. Talk Ducky, welcome along. New one to come. Okay, let's have a look here. Just catch up with the chat again. Do I have a Fidole? I do have a Fidole colony. Oh boy, man, they're so small. They're tiny little things. I'm going to have to move them out. I just need a little bit more time. I've got a few colonies that are sitting in a box, ready to go. Fidole collection. Are you doing a Q&A later? Yeah, so if you've got any questions during this live stream, ask away. Yep, if you've got any questions, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, we've got a lot of experts here or other very good ant keepers anyway, so they can answer the questions just in case I don't know as well. I don't know everything. Yeah. Okay. Ants Navajo, love the reviews, colony updates and macro shots. Excellent. Yep, they'll definitely be coming. I've got a few different nests to still show you guys. So what nests have I got? Aesthetic Ants sent me a couple of nests, so I'm going to do a video on them, which is fantastic. I do have a Tar Heel Ants mini hearth. I'm going to do a review on that as well. I do have a couple more high-tech ants, some of their newer style nests, so I'm going to do a review of those ones as well. When I say a review, I don't really do a what I like, what I don't like, how many stars I'd give them, that sort of thing. I just show you what the nest is like, because I know when I first started, I just wanted to know what can I expect if I get this nest. It all looks good on the internet, but if I actually get it, how big is it? What are the cool features of it? So that's what my reviews are mainly around. Okay. So yeah, there are a few of the different nests and things that I've got to come still. So there's probably another half a dozen videos there on those. And then I've obviously got plenty of colony updates to do. I've got the bull ant dig video where I rescued that colony along with Matt and Lauren from Hunter Valley Ants. So that's a really good video. And I've got a couple of other colonies to show you as well. And I've got some special projects which are just taking a lot longer than I thought. So I'm not going to tell you anything about them. They're going to be new, they're going to be interesting, and I hope you like them. A bit more of a documentary style perhaps. So we'll see how we go. Okay. All right, yeah, Metallica, Andrew. Yeah, I'll do a video on the Metallica update. I did one a little while back. It's probably a couple of months ago now. Time flies. But yes, they're doing quite well and recovered nicely, which is good. But now we go into winter, so things start to slow down, and that gives me a bit more time to worry about the other bits and pieces and videos that I can work on. R. asperas are great if you can get them. Purple bodies, yellow legs, beautiful species. Yeah, I'd love one of those actually. There's some nice species of Punctatoventris out there. Vlogs with Takiel. Welcome along. I have ants, but I want to make a Waitong nest, but I don't know where to get the air concrete. Is it at Bunnings? Yes, go to Bunnings. There's probably a few different places you can get it. Hardware shops, but Bunnings, I think it's $4 or $5 for a block, and you'll make plenty out of that. Now, very fine dust, so be careful of that. You may need a particular type of saw as well. A hacksaw doesn't work very well. I've got like a plasterboard saw for cutting through plasterboard. That works really well. It's a very large sort of teeth on it. Cuts through nicely. Okay. Why don't you want to mostly Malaysia? Hang on. Let's have it. Thanks. I really have to start making my own nests. I don't want to support Oz Ants or Ant Keeping Depot from now on. How come? Yeah, mostly Malaysia. Interested. Any reason? Any reason why you don't want to buy from those guys? Be interested to know. Ants alive. See you guys. Have to take my wife shopping. Enjoy ants. Thanks for joining me, mate. Really appreciate it. Happy shopping. Happy wife, happy life. Okay. Can you order it off AKD, Gavin? No, I don't think they sell any Waitong. It'd be cost a lot in freight, I would say, anyway, to send out. So you can buy Waitong nests, Oz ants, Waitong nests are very nice, so you can buy them. Ants Navajo, more of a showcase. Yeah, I've got to actually, I want to do an ant room tour, so I'd like to do that. Yeah, I think I'm overdue one of those. Budding sells it. Yep. Hang on. Do you have many Mimosia? Yeah, I've got a few colonies of Mimosia. So I've got the golden tail bull ants. So Mimosia Punctatoventris. I've got Mimosia nigra, and I've got another one. Show you later. Okay, interested in watching an outside ant tour of your yard, local park or woods? Yeah, good idea actually, Mark. I'll have to do that. In fact, a few people did mention that. So that's great. Opinion, Gavin Chung, opinion on we don't approve. Yeah, I was talking about this a little bit earlier on. Now, there's a few things to do with the we don't approve. So there's the live feeding. Live feeding to species that don't need it, I don't agree on. There's been lots of videos on feeding worms and grubs and big spiders and things like that to colonies and just seeing the ants take them down, and lots of ants get killed, and yeah, wasps and all that sort of thing. So I don't really agree with that at all. With the Mimosia bull ants, you do have to live feed them crickets, unfortunately, but they do grab them and kill them very quickly. They have to hunt. They're not too fussed. If you put a dead cricket in there, they not really that keen on dragging them inside the nest and feeding them. So I generally sort of keep away from that. Yeah, so that I do agree with. Keeping exotic species, I don't agree with that at all. I don't keep exotic species, I only keep what's local here to me, and just share that with you guys. And I love sharing the Australian species with you guys from around the world. So yeah, it was interesting, no? Very interesting video. Okay. Oh snap, Bunnings didn't stock Hebel bricks. Okay, had to order it in. Oh well. Nice. 3 bricks, whole pallet. Boy, that'll last you a long time, wouldn't it? The golden tail bull ants, yeah, they are still alive. Not much is happening with them, but yeah, still alive, still going fine. So I'll just keep feeding them and yeah, give them a nice life if nothing else happens anyway. Mostly Mimosia, so okay. AKD Oz ants, overpriced. Don't intend on supporting the hobby. Yeah, okay, interesting. Well, look, I've had pretty good experiences with Ant Keeping Depot myself, and the Oz ants products. They make a beautiful product. Yeah, they can be a little bit pricey, but hey, that's okay, I guess. That's up to them what they want to price them at. Whether they're going to sell heaps doing that, that's totally up to them. But they do make a nice product in my viewpoint anyway, and I quite like the stuff that I have bought off them. They do a nice wide range, which is good. There's many different places which don't sell lots of different brands. So Ant Keeping Depot have a great range, which is really good. I like that. If I want to get something from Empire of Ants or High Tech Ants, Oz Ants, any of that sort of stuff, there's a lot of different brands on there, which is great. So they do support quite a lot of those other little companies. I guess they're a business though, so they've got to do what they've got to do. They are a business. They're in it to make money, which is pretty cool. Quality control, I'm not sure. Mimosia, mostly Mimosia. I haven't experienced that myself, but I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Okay, how big are the bullet ants? I'm not sure actually. I haven't seen them. I think they're pretty big though. Local ant tour would be cool. Okay, excellent. Oh snap, well overpriced for the quality and resources. Keep colonies themselves. Yep, yeah, Jordan Dean and Ants Australia. He obviously is part of that company in some way. Makes some great videos. Yeah, they can be quite expensive, but yeah, there are some other options out there though in acrylic nests. So yeah, just try some different things. Nests can be expensive, but it just really depends how many you want to buy and where you want to go with that. You can use them over and over again. So if you do have a stages of different sizes, you can always start a new colony in one of the smaller ones and work their way through them. And then you can make your own too. So if you can't afford to buy them, guys, make them yourselves. I can't afford to buy Outworlds for all of mine as much as I would like. So I just buy a Tupperware container for $5 to $10 or something like that and make an Outworld. I make a Hebel nest like you guys are seeing here as well. So you can go expensive if you want. If you've got plenty of money, go for your life. But if you don't, just make your own. Okay, now let's just have a look more at the comments here. Okay. Talkie ducky, okay, yep. Oz ants also hate DIY nests, and if you make many of them, they'll take to you aggressively. Okay, interesting. I know that Jordan Dean on Ants Australia has made a video on how to make your own Waitong nests, and it's a beautiful video, so yeah, it's really good. Andrew, the queen for the golden tail bull ants. Yes, she's dead. If you haven't seen my video, Devastated, it's the thumbnail for it. Have a look at that, mate. It explains everything that happened. Okay, a so Jim Guo. I have a small Camponotus colony, a test tube set up. Plan on moving it into a formicarium soon. Any recommendations? Yeah, what you can do is you can just have the Outworld, and you can, there's a few different ways you can do that. You can hook up your new nest or formicarium straight up to the test tube with a bit of tape, expose the test tube to light, and they'll move across into the nest. So you can do that. Once they're in the nest, you can block that up and then add an Outworld on if you've got a colony going. Depending on the size, you can move them over when you like, how many workers they have, or you can have just a container, Tupperware container or something, and create a little bit of an Outworld there and place the test tube in there as well, and then they can go out foraging, and you can just add multiple test tubes. The tubs and tubes setup works really well. It's cheap, it's quite popular, so that's another option. Okay, Gavin, Tapanoma colony inbreeding has 12 queens now. Wow, they will be ready for their nuptial flight. Where are you from, Gavin? How do you get colonies to make elates? Well, they just do it eventually themselves over time. Takes a little bit of time, but eventually they do it when they can support it. So a healthy colony who makes elates, that's a good sign for them, that they're nice and healthy, because they've got the resources and the food to be able to produce them and to release them. Clark H, welcome along. Great to have you here. Any ant or insect books you can showcase or share in a video? Yeah, good question. There is one book that I'm trying to get hold of. I've got an electronic copy, but I'm trying to get a hold of a hard copy. So it's very hard to get books on ants that go into a lot of depth. I want a lot of depth, not just the basics. Blue Mountain ants, yeah, price is a bit much. Yeah, there's a lot of young ant keepers, and money is obviously an obstacle to ant keeping for a lot. So yeah, having some cheap nests is the way to go. So if you don't have much money, again, just those Tupperware containers, test tubes. You can pick up test tubes if you're willing to wait from China on eBay for next to nothing. You don't have to buy them from the other dealers if you don't want to. They're there as an option if you want them quickly. By all means, go for your life. But if you just want some cheap ones, when I first started, I just got a pack of like 20 test tubes from China for like $5, and it was great. It kept me going. So you can spend a little bit. I mean, you can set up a colony. You can make your own Waitong nest, or you can have a test tube set up with a little Tupperware container. You can probably get away with $10, and you can have your own setup. You don't have to buy particular sand if you don't want. If you're going to go and collect sand from somewhere like a beach, I've done that before, just wash it, bake it, make sure there's nothing alive in it, so kill it off. Kill off any bugs by baking it in the oven. Just put it on a tray, be careful, and just give it a nice thorough wash in clean water. And then you've got a big jar full of sand that you can use whenever you need to put it in your Outworlds. And that's generally what I do with a lot of mine as well. Okay. Alrighty, let's have a look here. Campanotis, Clark H, yeah, Woolies, yep, they definitely have some. Check them out. You can get them quite cheap. Creepy Gallery, I totally agree. Second best thing about ant keeping is the DIY. Making your own things. Carving up your own Hebel Waitong nest is fantastic. You get to do whatever design you want. And as big or as little as you need. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Oz ants had quite a few lashes at big ant keeping. Yeah, oh well. I'll just try and keep out of that. I just try and keep neutral here myself. I showcase whatever people are, if people are willing to send me a nest, I just want to be able to show you guys as many different nests from as many different suppliers as possible so you guys can make an informed decision. I don't have any biases myself. I mean, I love Ant Keeping Depot. I think their website's fantastic, and they've got plenty of good products on there from all around the world. They support many different people, so I do love them. But yeah, you can see what sort of nests I review. They're from all over the place, and I just try and keep it nice and neutral for everybody. Okay. All right, let's have a look here. Vlogs with Takil. Sugar Ant Queen. I don't know what to do because she hasn't started laying eggs. Can take time, mate. Just hold out, hold out. Can take time. Put them somewhere nice and dark. Okay. Kalarson 457, goodbye, mate. Thanks for joining us here. Clark H, got 3 Campanotis allergens, queens in a test tubes. They've been there for over a month, no eggs, as I believe they're hibernating. Should I feed them at all or let them go? 3 in test tubes. Yeah, well, I've kept mine through winter, and I just give them a little bit of sugar water, just to keep them going. Sometimes it can take months. I've had some for 6 months before they've laid eggs, and then they're doing really well. So I recommend keep them. I mean, you could let one go and just keep a couple, but there's no harm in it. Yeah. Blue Mountain Ants. Yeah, did everyone see the National Geographic story about the rise of ant keeping? Sure did. Yep. Great video. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's nice to see a bit more happening. Be great to see if this grows well. Tetraflights in North America. Okay, Gavin, yeah, that'll be interesting. Could you make a video with fans' clips of their ants? That's a great idea, actually. Yeah, you guys could send me in what you've got, and I could do a bit of a video share. I think that's quite good. Good for the community. Bit of the Outworld look here. Okay, what have we got here? Kalarson. The Kalarson. How often do you hydrate your Campanotis? How much water do you give them? Well, I keep a constant supply of water up to them in the Outworld. And again, they can drink that and bring that back into the nest if they need. But probably once or twice a week, I hydrate their nest, their Waitong nest. Now, the Waitong nest is quite thick, so it does keep quite a bit of moisture in there as well. So yeah, probably once or twice a week. Just keep an eye on that. I make sure it dries out fully so I don't get any mold or anything growing in there. Yeah. Termites good to feed to founding colonies? That's an interesting question. Not sure about that actually. Could be. I haven't tried. They probably do like it, but again, if you want to live feed things, that's up to you guys. Yeah, I won't touch that one. Okay, Talk Ducky, do you play any games? Oh boy, not really. I don't have time for that. Between work and family and ants, there's not much time. I play Candy Crush when I'm bored at work, which is not very often either. Still playing Candy Crush, up to a couple of thousand levels in that one. Okay, yeah, very good. Well, that's going to be about it this morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. It's been great being able to have a chat with you guys. I was only planning on going for about an hour this morning, so we've gone over there a little bit. But yeah, we shall we shall get there. It's great to be able to have a good chat with you guys anyway, and answer some questions if you had some, and just hang out, have a bit of a chat. Yeah. Clark H, we want a face reveal. All right, maybe if I get to, how many subscribers for a face reveal? I don't want to go too early. Maybe 10,000 subscribers? What do you reckon? 10,000 subscribers and we have a face reveal? Yeah, maybe something like that. Now, I'll just have one last look down here at these guys. We'll zoom in, get nice and close for you, so you can see how they're going. There's that brood. Big workers. I'll just put some water in here actually. Bottled clean water, guys. The amount of times I say bottled clean water, you think I'd work for a company that sells water. So I'm just going to get the syringe here through the little hole. Just pop it in like so. Nice. Okay. David Hall, yeah, thanks for joining me, mate. Really appreciate that. Did you like the stream? Do you want to keep that up? I can do more of these streams. It's been a long time since I did one actually, and I really miss it. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, if you want me to continue streaming, I'll try and do that every couple of months or so. A couple of months, you're going to need another nest. Sure am. These guys are ready to pop. So much brood. Thanks, Ollie FS. Thanks for joining me. Love it. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Gavin. 5K face reveal, eh? What are we at now, guys? How many have I got? 2,200, I think I've got, around about, which is great. Are they semi? No, these Camponotus consubrinus, they are a fully claustral species, and they're doing really well. Yeah. I don't think she can walk on plastic. Yeah. Okay, no, that's cool. Definitely going to do another stream for you guys then. So yeah, plenty more videos to come. I try to do one once a week. If we can get the numbers up a bit more and get some more subscribers and that, I might be able to do a bit more. If you do want to support the channel, you can head over to Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, I think, you can be part of the Patreon and you get early access to videos and a few other little bits and pieces. So there's a bit there. If you haven't checked out the merchandise, down in the comments, the description below, there's a link there to Spring, and you can have a look at the different products that I have there as well. So that, you know, there's some stickers and some coffee mugs and t-shirts and that sort of stuff. So if you want to join the family, you can there and wear some bling, which is pretty cool. Yeah. But really, guys, just watching my videos, subscribe to the channel, giving it a thumbs up, any of that sort of stuff really helps out the channel. As you're probably aware, if you've been on YouTube, the algorithm, it's really hard to crack, and it takes a lot of time, and especially in something with this, especially with ants. It's a niche. There's not a lot of people that do it, although there probably are hundreds of thousands really. But yeah, it's hard to get noticed, and there's some big channels out there, like Ants Canada and the like, even Ants Australia. But yeah, we'll see how we go. But no, that's it, guys. Yeah, Gavin, mate, if you can't afford to be a Patreon or merchandise, that's totally fine, mate. I don't expect it at all. It's just there because people requested it and wanted to help out. It's there if you want it. But if you guys just watch my videos, give them a thumbs up, comment on the videos, I just love that. That is the best support you can give to me. I really appreciate it. All right, thanks everyone so much for joining me this morning. Beautiful to be able to spend some time with you guys, show you a few of my ants. Got some nice videos to come, so look forward to that. Now, I can't remember what to say. Yeah, what do I say at the end of my videos? Something about maybe keeping and keeping? Yeah, forgotten. What about happy and keeping? Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.